Hey Pisces, welcome to my channel. Let me just try and line the camera up. Kind of central. Anyway, hi guys, welcome to your February reading. I do need to hold the mic up to my mouth so that you can hear me, but as I shuffle I'm going to put the mic down, so I will be a little bit quieter if I do talk while shuffling, but I'll pick the mic back up as soon as I've done, so please be patient with me. Okay, let's have a look what we got, Pisces. Okay, that one there. Okay. That one's come through for quite a lot of signs. And that one. And that one. Okay guys, let's begin. So it does feel as though it's quite an emotional time for you. So you'll turn all the cards the right way around because they are all reversed. So there may be something you need to hear in today's reading, specifically because everything reversed seems like it's like, pay attention Pisces, come on. So take it as it resonates, of course. We start with albino alligator. Magical protection is necessary. I definitely feel like Pisces, you have been going through things that has perhaps brought your vibration down. I feel as though you're quite vulnerable. Now this card's coming to say, let's rebuild up those shields. If you're into crystals, get those protection crystals around you, either in jewelry, wear a stone in your pocket, in your wallet, in your bag, whatever it is that you have around you when you leave the house. Sometimes just a little keychain with protection crystals on, or runes or something that is just that extra level of protection spiritually. I feel as though if you are into anything magical, this is the time. I mean, everybody this applies to, but those of you that are practitioners, I feel as though you may need to protect yourself against literally magical forces, meaning that somebody else may be trying to harm you energetically. And again, this can apply to everybody, that there may be someone who is shooting their daggers at you. So sometimes this, like, a curse is literally someone cursing you out, saying, oh, I hope karma's going to come back and bite you. That's them cursing you. Absolutely any religion, any person, any individual in the world can do this and have the power to affect you when you are vulnerable and open. So this is about protecting and building back those walls, because once you are aware and you are rebuilding up yourself and your level of protection and your boundaries, that it then just bounces and reflects right off. But it's all about rebuilding yourself, and I feel like during this time that could be difficult for you to do on your own, and this is sort of saying that's okay. Lean on those who can support you, and again, any kind of crystals or anything that brings that extra layer of protection. And I'm kind of getting like a visualization of healing your aura. And again, when we are vibing low, we allow certain debris to hang around in our aura, and this could generally be indicating that you need to be cleansing and brushing those away. And again, that is something you can do yourself. Look into it. If you'd like some further knowledge on this, I'm only vaguely touching on it during our reading, but you can basically take this time to meditate and literally sweep away any debris, wiping hand, cleaning and fixing any of those spots that might feel weaker. And this can literally just be tuning into your body as well and thinking, where am I feeling aches and pains? Where am I feeling dull, numb? And it's like that's the area that just needs attention. And just literally, you don't even have to get into a state. You can literally just do this right now. Like this could be me cleaning my aura right in front of me. Maybe I need it here. Okay, and I feel as though actually you might feel this instant just kind of relief or something. Check in, see how it feels, give it a go. It's not going to hurt, right? Your next card is Bats in the Belfry. You can achieve great things. Now I feel like saying to you, I need you to get into this space where you know that you can achieve anything. Now my dad is a Pisces, and something he always told me as a child, which really stuck with me my whole life, was you can achieve anything as long as you put your mind to it. Anything is possible. And this is the mindset that I want you to get in, Pisces. And I feel like this is a firm belief that is drilled within you anyway. However, I feel like you've lost it a little bit. It's like you've not been listening to your own guidance, not trusting in your own instincts. And this is something to work on. We are in February. This is the month ruled by the planet Venus. This is when we have Valentine's. And sometimes for many of us, it's a time we're feeling even more vulnerable, especially if our aspirations in love are not where we want them to be, or if we have wounds to heal in this area as well. And I definitely feel like you need to check in with yourself and remind yourself who is this bitch, right? And it's you. I do feel like there is shadow aspects of yourself. Again, repressing the sadness, repressing the bad stuff, and just pretending it's not there is not going to make it leave you. It needs attention. And love comes from yourself. Self-love is the utmost, most important love, because at the end of the day, if you are not loving who you are, if you are not embodying a certain level of self-love, you are not reflecting that out either. And actually the thing that you think that you're expressing as love may be tainted purely because you think that's how love should be felt and expressed. So if that is not either being returned to you, you'll feel as though it's not there, or in the sense that that other person may not realize that you are expressing love by being that way, because it may come across as insecurities, it may come across as dominating. So keep that in mind. The next card is Elizabeth and the Lion. Yeah, there's no water in that. So my kids are home. It's the weekend. So bear with me, be patient. Elizabeth and the Lion, it's time to become a great leader. So this card is basically all of that. So the Lion, to me, I always read it as, it reminds me of the Strength card in Tarot. Now, the Strength card can represent our vulnerabilities, things that we see as weaknesses, but are actually our strengths. And when it is reversed, the Strength card, I would be saying that you're seeing your vulnerabilities as weaknesses. And this is how I'm kind of feeling this is for you, Pisces. And you really need to be realize that you are exactly who you are because of everything you've been through, because of those things that you see as weaknesses. You might actually realize that these are things that other people appreciate about you. By being vulnerable with a person is a level of intimacy. And perhaps that's what's missing. The missing key is this intimacy, because it's behind walls. We're suppressing a part of ourselves that is essentially our true essence. And when you're coming from a level of love that is genuine, that person wants to see your essence. They don't want to see this level that everybody else sees. They want to be within, because a level of intimacy is not just about sex. It's about connecting on a level that's different to how you would connect with mundane everyday life. They want to see the real you. And this card is a really passionate card because it's saying you are in control. You are the one who is the leader of your life. You need to reactivate again, I'm going to say it, who's that bitch? Use that bitch. And it's realizing that. Become the leader that you are. And that comes by embracing vulnerabilities, realizing our strengths, and using them to better areas of our life where it's needed. And this starts with number one. It's always number one. If you have any issues in your life at all, I guarantee it's internal issues first, and then the rest would filter out into your life, because when you are not whole, your life cannot be fulfilled. That's truly what I believe. Okay, the next is the Mermaid and the Turtle Woman. An elder will teach you. Now, this is the card, the imagery. I feel as though there are wise people around you. Specifically, there's probably someone in your life, be it a relative or a friend, just someone who connects as family is what I'm feeling for you, Pisces, who speaks a lot of wisdom. And perhaps speaking with them brings out things within you. So this is a trait that I carry as my archetype, that by talking with others brings me to an understanding within myself. It's not the words of others that even do that. It's just me talking things out. Careful, please, because the bed bounces my camera. Brings something out within myself of me being able to understand where I'm at, where I'm going, what I need to understand by having those conversations. And I'm feeling that there may be somebody like that for you, who you may need to talk to. And I feel like they may help you understand all of this, to get you to remember who that bitch is. Next, Kutsun. I will show you who to trust. This came out in Sagittarius, and I feel like it's very similar for you guys. Runybug, my camera, can you not jump on the bed, please? He's a Pisces. Quite soon, I will show you who to trust. So I'll start again. So I feel like with Sagittarius, no jumpy, go round. I said to them that basically every single person deserves to be trusted. It's kind of this whole, from experience, sometimes we can come to this place where we no longer trust people because of the relationships that we've had. Roonybug, can you take him out of here, please, Autumn? Because it's ruining the video. I told you I only needed a little time. Sorry, single parent, have to make do until I get these videos recorded. Basically, through everything we go through, we can sometimes stop trusting, and that makes us also stop trusting ourselves. But by not with that wound around trust, it kind of gets us into this space where it's kind of the saying like, trust is earned. Now, I don't believe that that's actually true. Trust should be given to everybody because everyone's true essence is we're all this innocent, vulnerable person and we're all living our lives. It's when somebody breaks trust, then yeah, your walls can go up, the boundaries are there. However, we shouldn't be going into connections and relationships with this, I'll trust you when you prove to me that I can trust you. That's a kind of very toxic way of thinking. And this card is saying, trust. I'm telling you, I'm showing you who you can trust. So be open, be vulnerable, and trust first. This will also indicate that if there's someone you shouldn't trust, that will be revealed. So understand that the universe will show you what you need to see if you are in alignment with who you are and trusting easily, and breathing that universal energy of trusting, giving, loving. Remember that love is generally the universal energy. And I feel like that needs to be poured into us during this time. You are very similar to the Sagittarius reading in the sense of I feel like you need to heal the wounds associated with love and trust. But I feel with you Pisces, this has come through over the last few months, this level of kind of self-esteem within you that might express within your relationships, where you might be wounded from past relationships, and that affects with how you may treat a partner, or if you're coming into a relationship, how you will kind of be in this wounded state of, for example, people who have been cheated on a lot will generally make accusations and make someone feel as though they're being accused of something when they're not. You're just checking in because you're feeling vulnerable during this time and worrying, like maybe they didn't reply to a few messages because they were busy, or they've been going out with their friends a few times a week, which is totally acceptable, but in your mind you're going to this lack of trust, and it's expressing into your relationships. So acknowledge what is yours and how that can be affecting relationships, specifically a relationship with yourself, because if that is where you're going to in low self-esteem, you're vibing low again, and your energy is weaker. It's allowing in again any exes that do have those bad karma things heading your way. It's going to leave you vulnerable to that. So the universe is showing you who you can trust. This card also signifies that in terms of relationships, that the person you have is loyal, is trustworthy, and that you should give them that level of trust unless they have shown you that they can't, and then why are you even still there anyway? Just saying. Snow White and her animal friends. I swear I just said Snow White. And her animal friends, you trust and inspire confidence. So you inspire trust and confidence. I'm still hung up on the snow. This is basically, to me, I feel as though you understand that this could be an issue for you. And it's totally okay. And I feel over here, this is sort of saying, look, hey, it's who you are. It's a part of you. So be kind to yourself. But by working on this and understanding this, by being vulnerable and open with a partner and explaining, I'm sorry that I had to, because for someone to say that, I think it's okay to have weakness and weak moments in relationships. By this, I mean like have those moments where we might have been more insecure, and we've had those moments, but as long as after it's happened, we acknowledge and we apologize to our loved ones. And we say, hey, look, I'm sorry, I don't think you're cheating on me. I don't think that you are doing these things. But sometimes I get in my own head because of these experiences before that's made me feel this way. They then are going to have a really honest conversation with you that may get you in this space that makes you realize that I can trust this person, and that's the step forward to healing relationships, to make you understand that the partner you're with is different to that one that was disloyal. And this is you being vulnerable, it's being honest and open, and it's also helping you to heal because you're taking the medicine, you're making the medicine. You are the one that's in control of this, of healing yourself and breaking patterns, fixing old wounds, and taking that step to realize that, you know, there are people out there who are trustworthy. It takes those steps. It takes that bravery to get there. And I feel like that really will incite this kind of inspiration from your loved one, kind of making them fall more in love with you. I feel if you're not in relationships or looking for love, I would say that this is like friends and family will be inspired by the level of kind of intimacy that you're expressing with them. Maybe you are being more open during this time, and if you're not, I definitely feel that's the guidance here to activate that in order to be inspirational, I guess, to those around you. Poseidon's daughter, you've been given everything you need. Now, the reason this time and energy, the reason why you're feeling this way, is because you need to, because there's something here for you to see. Now, Poseidon's daughter, she is embracing all of what she is, all of the things that she's brought with us to this day, things she's collected. And these are little gems and trinkets that make her who she is, that really kind of showcase what she's about, right? And she's embracing these. And if you look at her face, if we will focus, she is driven. She's embracing all that she is, and it's driving her towards her future, towards her goal, because I feel like she's looking forward. She's looking straight forward. She's fixated on a target, and it's getting her to where she needs to be. She's in a body of water. To me, this indicates emotions really helping drive her to where she's going. She's using the water, like with her fins, to swim, obviously, where she's going. And this makes sense in my head, so I'm hoping this is filtering through right. What I'm saying is I feel like your vulnerability in that emotional state really can help push you that next level that you need to go. So any goals and aspirations, it's within. It's being driven. You're being given the tools. It's within you right now. But it takes you seeing that, acknowledging that, and using them in a way that's going to get you the aspirations that you are craving right now. The butterfly and the ferrets. And with this comes I am reborn. I definitely do get this sense of you going through this transition, and it feels really beautiful, like a butterfly coming out of its cocoon, kind of embracing who you are and who you've become now, because everything that you've been through, you know, you've been in this cocoon for a while, and I do feel this hermit mode where you felt this need to kind of go within yourself and kind of maybe step away from the world, step away from all that you knew and were, is what I feel. I feel as though your life is very different today than it was maybe a year ago, which is exactly what we want to see. Even if what we're seeing now isn't where we want to be, you still want to be somewhere totally different to where you were last year, because you're growing, you're evolving. And I feel like you're coming out now. Your wings are you're just coming out. You're stretching your wings. You are not flying yet. You haven't learnt to fly. And the thing is, no matter how old you are and what stage of your life you're in, this is a really good place to be in, because it means that because we can restart at any moment, but it means that you are starting from fresh, which means the steps that you take are always going to be positive, because it's like the saying they say, when you hit the bottom, the only way up is at the top. It's that kind of vibe, but not as negative as that, because I do not feel like you're bottom. You're not rock bottom. But it is about mindset. And I do feel like this year we need to be making sure our mindset is productive, it is pushing us, it is driving us, because this is the universal energy of this year, of the last few years. It's pushing us away from what doesn't serve and towards what is. And I'm getting the sense that new things are coming for you, and it's like a whole mindset thing of you realizing and working on the core. And I feel like you've got to a place now where that's all you can do. But that's a good thing, and I'm loving it. I can visualize it. I know you probably can't see what I'm seeing, especially going through things, but I see the full potential that's ahead of you, and that's exactly what I want you to see. Again, seeing the potential and realizing that you can do anything that you want as long as you put your mind to it. So let's get our minds to it. Thank you so much, Pisces, for being here. I hope that makes sense for you. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you have a great month. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next month, guys. Thank you so much.